Okay, and the last set of books I have are the counting books. And I found the 10 Apples Up on Top, Dr. Seuss book. And I just love this book. This book would probably be more for older elementary school kids. Again, because there is some reading. There's not a lot of reading on each page. I'll kind of show you the counting and the reading and such on these, if you can see. This says one apple up on top. So very few words, and we're counting one apple on top. So it's giving us direction as to where the apple is instead of just anywhere on the page. Two apples on top. So 1, 2. So we're not counting these. We're letting the reader know that the apples are on top, not just on the page. Look you, I can do it too. So now we have 2 apples on top here and 2 apples on top here. Look, see, I can do 3. 1, 2, 3. 3, 3. I see. And he still has 2 from the previous page. So I think this book is really cute. And again, probably for not the beginner reader or the child that's just now starting to count or figure out what their numbers are. And it has the great illustrations and just the rhyming words throughout while you're counting. That's great for the language development category, those rhyming words. And of course, the cognitive development concepts through the counting. The characters in the book are all these great little animals that are adding, well, I guess just the lion and the puppy dog that are adding and subtracting as they go through. So, and they're doing all these fun activities to keep the reader engaged. The setting is mainly on a tree or in the forest. So this is just a really cute book. Also, as far as a lesson plan would go, this is probably the book I would choose to do that on. Before reading the story, I'd advise the kids to be listening as I'm reading for me to be adding or subtracting. For instance, on this page it says 5, 6, 7, fun, 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 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just there's a lot of adding and subtracting throughout the book, so I'd probably have them listening to that as I'm reading. And then, as I said, I'd have them do that. And then after the story, maybe hand out some paper plates with the apple slices, since it's all about 10 apples up on top. Cut those up and give those to each kid. And then go through the concept of one more, continuously adding one more. And then, of course, have them have a yummy snack at the end. So I really like this book. And then another book that I found was Count the Monkeys. And it is by Mac Barnett and Kevin Cornell. This is a really great book also. It would be for the older elementary kids. And the reason I say that is because it isn't a counting book that only illustrates the number and the object, portraying that specific number. It actually has the number and animals that you can count that correspond to that number, but also the story that goes along with it. So I'll read you a couple pages of this cute little book. And it's also got some humor through it, so I really love that. It says, yikes, one king cobra. It says monkeys this way. Turn the page slowly, very carefully, so he doesn't notice. And it gives the kids really cute directions at the bottom of each page. So I really like that. Look, 2 mongooses. 1, 2. Or is that 2 monkeys? I'm pretty sure it is 2 mongooses. Let's vote. Raise your hand if you think it's mongooses. Now raise your hand if you think it's mongoose. Interesting. Turn the page. I bet the monkeys will come back. So it has cute little humor throughout, and it has interaction between the reader and the book. So the kindergarten kids actually do like this, I think, if you're reading it to them. But as far as independently reading, it would not be good for the younger kids. But this is just a really cute book. And the cognitive skills along with language development would go with this book. Language development because there are the words that are being used that the reader might not understand, such as mongoose or mongoose. So it would be adding some vocabulary to their language. Also gives direction on each page that they have to follow. So this is a really cute one. And the last one I have is the Counting Crocodiles. And it is definitely a storybook. So there's not a lot of just specific one object, one number on this one. And it has the rhyming words and things of that nature too. So for instance, this one, but the monkey was suspicious and the bananas looked delicious. So she climbed atop her tree and cried, I wonder, are there more crocodiles in the sea or monkeys on the shore? So you could kind of turn and count how many monkeys are on the shore, how many crocodiles are in the sea. So it's interactive also. And there's not counting on every page, but there are like on every other page. For instance, just look at us. I have a hunch you've never seen a bigger bunch. Later be our guest for lunch. We're all lined up and waiting, monkey. Will you count us, please? So we have monkey here. And this gentleman is asking Mr. Monkey to count them so the kids can go through and count the different crocodiles in the book. So it does have a story accompanying the counting. So I thought this was a really cute book too. And it would tie in with what the Count the Monkeys also tied into with the language and cognitive development. So that's a really cute one too. So thanks so much.